Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our RimWorld series. Last episode, I believe we got a bunch of our colonists tore up real bad. Sad wandering Vaughn. Yeah, that's not great. As long as he stays inside where it's warm, I'm okay with that. He'll eventually work himself into exhaustion and fall asleep. I did realize we never actually destroyed the ship, which needs to be done. I don't think it will deploy any other people, but we're going to send some of our people who are okay. Everyone here, we can leave Agatha, and we'll draft everyone and send them out to destroy the ship. We also want these machine guns inside because they will start to go bad, which is really bad because they're pretty valuable. And we really don't want them to have any problems. So, just going to tell you up front, I'm having a not good day. I had a very bad day. In fact, mental, just out of nowhere, just kind of overwhelmed me, and I felt very depressed and having some very dark thoughts, some thoughts about self-harm stuff, which, I don't think I'm even supposed to say on YouTube, but like, I don't see a problem with talking about things that you feel and think about, so I don't know that that's a big deal. To say that, but I don't want you to worry. I'm not like suicidal or anything like that, but I had some pretty dark thoughts today, and it was hard for me to pull out of that. And honestly, I still haven't pulled out of that. I feel pretty lousy about myself right now. And I was recording Roller Coaster Tycoon before I went to work. It's like 5 a.m. right now, and I went to work and came home from work, and I had been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I started talking about it, and it was like, this is not the right series to talk about my stuff. I try to, when I first started playing games for YouTube, I would talk about all of this. Gave us Plasteel, which is pretty good, as well as an advanced component. Whitlock, this is probably the most valuable thing. I don't think Plasteel will deteriorate. If you, Meerkat, could grab an assault rifle and Terrace could grab an assault rifle, that would be great. And then we'll queue up Terrace to come back for the shotgun and Meerkat to come back for the component. Well, four components. Grab those when you're done. And Whitlock, you know what? You can come grab the Plasteel. So I had some thoughts about self-harm, which I had not had in quite a long time, and it was surprising and also a little overwhelming to think about. And when I started YouTube, I would talk about anything. I would talk about my depression, anxiety, my PTSD, and all that stuff. And then I realized, like, people are really having negative response to some of that stuff, so I don't want to specifically talk about that. I just wanted to give you the heads up that I'm not feeling super great. So as we continue the episode, there may be some stuff where I have darker moments, or I say something that's super depressing or whatever, and I just wanted to give you that heads up. It's just one of those things. It's like, seems like a nice thing to do. So Vaughn is done sad wandering. He should hopefully return to bed. He's gonna go put on a helmet. Well, while you're there, why don't you grab a chain shotgun? Where? Oh, we set this up to be our weapons cabinet. Is this the chain shotgun? Yeah. So you can grab that as well, Vaughn. And then you should go rest because you're an idiot. You were nearly killed. He's healing okay. I mean, we're going to have a lot of people that are down for the count at the moment, which is concerning. Vaughn, I really wish you would go to bed so you would heal faster. And part of Whitlock's job is to feed them while they're incapacitated. And we set Terrace up. So we had set Terrace up to be our mining person ahead of Meerkat. And I think what we want to do is lower Meerkat's mining and set him to cleaning. That way he'll be the one cleaning around because Terrace has a better mining skill. We took care of the ship, which was one thing I wanted to do this episode. There was something else I really felt like I needed to do this episode, and I can't remember what it was. So I feel like we're teetering on the brink of not being able to handle our events. and I really don't know a way to improve that. What are you making? Components? Actually, did you make the bionic arm? That's probably what she's working on right now. Unfinished bionic arm. Yeah, we'll get that squared away. Vaughn's bionic arm is something we're going to want in the future. I also think we want to expand into some of these other... Low-wage worker named Benitez calls you from nearby. She's being chased by outlanders from South Roberon. Begs for safety. She tells you she's 51. A whole mess of incoming people to fight. I would accept this person because they're a low-wage worker and we could make them just a dedicated hauler and cleaner. But I don't think we're in any condition to take on a group of enemies at the moment. Really hope no raid comes along. Our wealth is getting way out of hand. If we look back at day one, we started with about 18 grand worth of stuff. And we're about 10, not quite 10 times that yet, but we're quite up there. And you can really tell that there has been a significant uptick in raids and negative events. So I am nervous about things. Here we have a bunch of chicken eggs, which will... Ruined by temperature. It's 70 degrees in there. Why was it ruined by temperature? I don't understand why our eggs keep getting ruined. Agatha... I don't know how to get... Could you... Okay. There's no way to set up... Oh, if it's been ruined by temperature, put it in here. Raw foods, animal products, eggs fertilized. Yeah, there's no way to discriminate or come on, brain. There's no way to distinguish fertilized ruined eggs and non-fertilized eggs. So these are just in here. I don't get why they're ruined by temperature. It's like a consistent 70 degrees in here. I don't really get why the eggs keep getting ruined. We've had what, one chick grow up, and I don't really get what's happening. And we have no animal feed, by the way. Agatha, instead of cooking a fine meal, Agatha, why don't you make some kibble for me? We also have a thrumbo horn, which is worth a lot. Kimmy's healed. Turtle is healed. Excellent. Excellent. Vaughn's still on the ropes. He was pretty messed up. Did anyone get any permanent injuries from that? Turtle is fine. Kimmy is fine. Meerkat, Terrace has some scars, but it's not a super big deal. So once she finishes the arm, we'll set up a surgery for Vaughn to get his bionic arm. There's some kibble for the animals. I don't get why it's ruined by temperature. We got smoke leaf leaves. Quite a lot of them. We're going to leave them out here. They are valuable, but they are drugs. Why is there no... We have no wood. Item produced chem fuel. Yeah. I mean, okay. Let's, I mean, I have harvest orders. No one's cutting them down. I don't really know what to think about that. We have no wood. I mean, we can just put a light in here, I suppose. Anyway, this is boring. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a random question from my question generator. Beep, boop, beep. What stereotype do you completely live up to? I mean, I'm pretty weebish, if I'm being honest. If you don't know what a weeb is, it's someone who's obsessed with, like, anime and Japanese culture and things like that. So, from a stereotype perspective, I guess I'm a little bit of a weeb, but weebs tend to be a little characterized as a little bit pervy and a little bit creepery, and that's not really me, I don't think, but I'm definitely a nerd, like, through and through. I would say I'm a gamer, but that's kind of the same thing. It's like some people have this opinion that gamers are like super vile people who just spew hatred out of their mouth, and that's not me. So I don't know. It's kind of a... I don't know that I'm a real stereotype of anything. Next question. Oh, my throat's bothering me already. Next question. What is something that people say exists but does not actually exist? The female orgasm would be my answer to that. Oh, that's actually really funny. No, I'm single, ladies. How are you doing? I'm very single. I have no idea why. No, I mean, I don't know if I feel like this is a very leading question. I feel like you want me to say like ghosts or God or something, but I just don't know. I've never had experience with ghosts. Never had experience with, I mean, I guess I have had experiences with God, but not like God speaking to me directly or anything like that. But, so I don't know what I would call, I'm not ready to call anything out and say it doesn't exist. I feel like there's room for a lot of things in reality that maybe some people would not believe are actually there. I am very hesitant to say I believe in ghosts because I don't think that I do. All of them are ruined by temperature, though. Also, why does the 2 eggs look like a bundle of 6 eggs? So just forbid this and just leave it in here, and hopefully it stays okay. Maybe because it's so cold outside, when they transfer it, it actually goes bad before it even gets back in the heat. I really, really don't know why it's being ruined by temperature. So everyone's back up and running. Do we have the bionic leg arm now? Anything that looks like a bionic arm? No? Bionic arm? Where is it? It's clearly not here anymore. Zoom in. Maybe I wasn't zoomed enough. Oh, there we go. Bionic arm. Okie doke. So guess what, Vaughn? Right arm has a gunshot. Can we just install the bionic, or do we have to... Right shoulder. Yes. And you get proper medicine. So, hopefully Vaughn will report to a hospital bed. Vaughn will report to a hospital bed. There you go. And Whitlock, I want you to be the one to do it, because you two have been together from the very start, and it seems like it's the right thing to do. Plus, you're the best at it. So we're going to send Whitlock to have the operation, which hopefully goes well, because I'm a little nervous. Vaughn is very crucial to the colony in a lot of ways. Oh, we also, while we're doing that, Kimmy, you need to rearm yourself. If you could kindly, that would be over here again. Grab an assault rifle. Terrace? No. Who was it that was down? Meerkat? No. Kimmy's getting one. Oh, it was Turtle. It was Turtle. Turtle, if you could grab the other assault rifle, that would be great. And everyone else should be good to go. So here we go. Fingers crossed this goes well. Is that it? He has a bionic arm. Pretty cool. And he's under anesthesia. So, Vaughn will no longer have the transhumanist dissatisfied thing. He will no longer have pain from his old wound in his right arm. So that's pretty great. I'm really actually happy that we finally got to do that. I know it's a silly little thing that I don't think you can even tell by looking at them that they have a bionic, but super thrilled with that. I always wanted to make like one super bionicked out colonist and then just never got around to it because they're so rare and hard to manufacture. But yeah, kudos, buddy. No longer incapable of walking. He'll be happier in life now, which is pretty great. He has a catharsis, which I'm assuming was actually, did I say catharsis? Catharsis, which I'm assuming was from his sad wander. Everything else pretty good. Pretty great. Quick recovery. Whitlock is good at his job, what can I say? Vaughn and Meerkat are social fighting immediately. Meerkat called Vaughn a vampire. This drove Vaughn into a rage. Why does everyone hate each other in my colony? I never ran into this before, I swear. It was like everyone loved each other in my old colonies. Now everybody hates each other. Let's just murder all the Muffalos. And are you guys pregnant again, by the way? It does not say that they are pregnant. Where did it say? We saw this. It was listed in health. That's right. Not pregnant, is pregnant. Okay. Pretty cool. Is this egg progress? Great. Egg progress, great. Maybe we just want to forbid them while they're inside. And we can totally just delete this, I think. Because this is not really working for me. So go ahead and deconstruct all this nonsense. Get that out of there. And did we delete the zone? I think we did. So, yeah. We're running low on veggies, which is shocking to me because we had literally a freezer full. So I think we can also unforbid these and start to get our hydroponics working again. How do we do that? Allow. There we go. They were still drawing power that whole time. Probably should have thought about that. But they actually don't draw that much power. Very small amount of power. Anyway, let's get a new question. Beep, boop, beep. What's the last adventure you went on? I guess if you count like Psychosis in an adventure, I mean, I guess it would be the Psychosis. But I don't. So last adventure I went on, probably working out my novels. It oftentimes, and I know that this speaks to my like mental illness and my lack of understanding of the real world, but oftentimes when I write, it's very much like I'm living out the experience. So I often become very invested in my characters like they're real people, even though they are not. I often become very, like you get attached to characters, even if it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. How do I shrink? Oh, I did shrink it. I don't want this meat here. I don't like that that's in the doorway. Yeah, you get attached to characters. You think of them like they're real people, even though they're not. The cute little moments in a relationship oftentimes are vaguely appealing, and the crazy crap that you put your characters through is often kind of like living through some stuff. So I would say that, yeah, adventures, plus I read a lot, so you could argue that those are adventures I've experienced. You could say that reading, watching movies, that kind of stuff, video games are like experiencing something like that, an adventure. So I guess currently I'm adventuring in the RimWorld, so that's something. Whitlock, you're not doing anything. Haul this chem fuel. I don't know if it deteriorates, but I really don't want it to. I like this thing. It's producing basically free money for us. What are we even researching? I don't even care about the research at this point. Starship reactor. Yeah, I never did build a ship, I don't think. I think I always found the one on the planet that I then used. Please, for the love of God, someone haul this. I remember looking at this multiple times in a previous episode and just being like, why has no one hauled this damn thing? Meerkat, what are you doing? Cleaning dirt? Inspired recruitment from Vaughn. Yeah, Vaughn doesn't do our recruiting. From now on, Meerkat, guess what? You are a haul and clean person. Congratulations. Muffalo Revenge. If you can't drop a Muffalo with an assault rifle, oh lord, it's all of them. Run, Kimmy. They will stomp you to death. Oh god, I didn't know the whole horde would be so mad. Run, Kimmy. Get in the building. Pixie, Meerkat. No, not Pixie, because Pixie's pathetic and doesn't fight. Everybody stack up. Whitlock, get out here. Turtle, Terrace, Agatha. Everyone come out here and murder the Muffalo. They're going to follow, at least one is going to get through the door with her, and we'll gun it down. Don't hit Kimmy. Okay. Quite a few got through, actually, to my surprise. Thankfully, we had a murder squad ready for it. So we'll unforbid everyone. Looks like a lot of people are going to the Muffalo. I would like... kill the one that's alive. Are they all dead? They're all dead. Oh, I thought some of them were alive. Okay. I mean, it's a lot of... Oh, there's another one. Turtle, Vaughn, if you could just put down this last Muffalo, that'd be great. Just, there you go. Okay, undraft. Turtle, if you could haul... Yes, haul the one that is in the doorway. And Vaughn, you can haul these. Well, I mean, that's one way to get a crap ton of meat, so that's something. And then we'll have her butcher as well, so we can get the meat going. We maybe should have started growing food before now, but I think we're going to be just fine. Once the cold snap goes away, outdoors 79 degrees. I guess this cold snap is over. Who is unhappy and naked? Kimmy. Serious pain and naked. Why aren't you resting, Kimmy? Also, why are you naked? No pants. I mean, I would not say no to a 22-year-old pantless woman at the moment, but that's just maybe a little sexist or whatever. It's just my opinions on things. So we'll go ahead and Vaughn, if you could... What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to change his health setting so he no longer gets proper medicine. Whitlock, tend to her. Your job is to doctor at a number 1. Prioritize tending to Kimmy. And we want to... I was going to do something else. Well, I was going to unforbid these things so that we can start growing. Start sowing the plants. Anything that produces food. Cotton is a no-go. Herb root we really don't need. Heel root, whatever. Hay we do. Berries we do. Okay? So that'll give Turtle a lot of things to do. But also we want her to continue butchering to get those corpses dealt with. Terrace is throwing a party. Well, hopefully no one beats on each other. We really ought to designate... Okay, party spot. Let's build that in the rec room from now on because it's just silly to do that in this tiny little room here. So in the future we'll have parties elsewhere. Turtle is making kibble. How are these eggs doing? I want to micromanage the eggs a little bit. Pretty good. Okay. Okay. Didn't get very far with the components. Flak jacket. Yeah, we want more pants. I think. We're for some reason running out of pants. We'll make some parkas as well. That'll give Pixie something to do now that she's not manufacturing components. Excellent flak jacket. Did we buy that? I don't know where we got that. And plain leather pants that are excellent. She probably took those off because they dropped beneath the threshold once they took damage from the scythers or whatever. Let's get another question. I don't even remember the last question. Did I even answer it? I don't know. What are 3 interesting facts about you? I'm not a very interesting person, I'm afraid. Actually, that's not true. I'm super interesting. It just depends on your opinion of interesting. More smoke leaf, unfortunately, which we're not going to take. Random thought, I can crack just about every part of my body, including body parts that are not supposed to crack, which is interesting. I mean, you probably hear it in the background. I often crack my knuckles whilst recording, and it gets a little bit out of hand pretty quickly. That was just my fingers. And I can crack, I mean, pretty much every part of my body. Interesting facts that you don't know. Interesting facts about me. I can whistle and hum at the same time. I have no idea. What random facts about me? Okay, I've had stitches twice in my life. Once when I was 6 or 7, and then once when I might even have been younger than that. I actually got hit in the face. It doesn't matter, but I had stitches when I was a little boy, and then I had several more stitches when I was like maybe 12. I had a very significant slice on a part of my body that ended up with multiple stitches. So I've had stitches multiple times. That's 2 facts, I guess, if we count the knuckle cracking. Interesting. What is interesting? I don't know what interesting is. I've written books, but you already know that. Novels, you already know about that. I'm not interesting. I'm sorry, I'm not interesting. Give me a different question. What do you have doubts about? Everything. I doubt everything. I'm worried about my future. I don't know if YouTube is viable for me. I'm concerned about my job. It's not really a longevity type thing. I don't think I could keep doing this for a long period of time. I have doubts about how I'll survive once my family, gets older and sick or dies, and I have doubts about, my ability to find and maintain a proper relationship with a woman because I feel like I have too much baggage and no one could ever love me. I have doubts that I can overcome my addictions. I have them in check currently, but that's a very oftentimes is a temporary situation. It often comes back and rears its ugly head. I have doubts that I have many doubts is the takeaway from that question, I think. Don't think too much about it because it'll just it'll overwhelm you. Ready to harvest? Great. Harvest some berries. I don't really know what to do with the colony at this point. We're mostly just maintaining, and I guess we're working towards building our own ship is where we are ultimately headed. I don't really foresee that being something we get done. I kind of think we're going to fall to a raid in the next couple of year or two. But I don't know. Maybe this is the time we make it. Maybe we make it, Turtle. Maybe we get off this rock and you and I can finally be together. Everything will be like it used to be before you had creepy breathing. When we were young, which is an excellent song, by the way. If you don't know, although I guess most people probably at least would know it from, was it in Guitar Hero or was that Rock Band? I don't remember. Sometimes I think about how younger people don't know music, like older music. Like the other day, I was listening to "Night Moves" by Bob Seger, which is a phenomenal song, and I don't think that it's like super obscure. It's a pretty well-known song, but like I was thinking about how there are probably a lot of young people who have no idea who Bob Seger is, who have never heard "Night Moves," or who like, obviously, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Sometimes I think about stuff like that and I'm like, there's a whole generation of people out there, like, because I remember a couple years ago they asked kids, like, hey, do you know who of course now I can't think of his name, is it John Lennon? They were like, who's John Lennon? And the kids were like, I legitimately have no idea. And then they were like, well, do you know about the Titanic? And many children were like, what's the Titanic? It's like, oh crap. Wow, we got 4 plague victims, which is bad. Which is real bad. Whitlock, do you have the plague? You don't. Come treat people. Kimmy, you stay in bed. Don't treat people. Everyone else go to bed. Buffalo meat rotted away in storage. 68 degrees in here. Why? Target temperature 70 degrees. That's on me. We'll set it to like 20. I never set them down when we installed them. So that's a crap ton of buffalo meat that's going to go bad. All that meat we harvested, 900 meat, is going to go bad in 4 hours or less. Sweet. Sweet. It should be refrigerated at this point. Still frozen. Okay. So we did get down to freezing, which is something. Real disappointing, though. Why is this egg here? Why is it freeze? Why? How is it at 54? Okay, whatever. How are these doing? Almost hatched? Almost hatched. I mean, it's something, I guess. Whatever. Whitlock, are you treating these people? Plague, minor, minor, minor. Is it treated? Is that what that white spot means? Can be tended in 10 hours. Who's the other person who's sick? Turtle? Did you treat Turtle? You did? Okay. So once again, we have a huge swath of the colony that's laid up. So if a raid comes, we're in a lot of trouble. And Whitlock is going to need to be treating these people. So we're not getting our food processed the way we would if people were up and moving around. We should be getting new baby chicks any second now, though. 97%. Yeah, I don't know. Of course. Of course you did. Pain in the ass. Of course. Why wouldn't that happen? Of course it happened. Just stop throwing events at me. Be cool. Agatha is sad because of tattered clothing. Why are you wearing it then? Because I never restricted you. Restrict. Assign. Agatha. 6. We should have other clothes. And Pixie, what were you doing all day? I set up clothes for you to make. It does appear that we're full of clothing. So go ahead. We don't really need more. Oh, she did. Okay, so we should have plenty of clothes for everyone at the moment. Once again, our small storage area is very full. We should call the episode. So, for now, hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll be back with more RimWorld in the near future, and I'll see you in the next episode.